Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Adam Mirando, and I serve as the Associate Dean of Student Affairs at St. Louis University School of Medicine. I'm excited to oversee today's ceremony. Thank you. On behalf of Dr. Fred Pacello, the president of our university, Dr. Christine Jacobs, Dean of the School of Medicine, and our faculty and staff, I would like to welcome our newest medical students, the class of 2028. Students, please rise and be acknowledged. Please be seated. We are privileged to be here today to celebrate the beginning of a very special journey for 180 of the brightest, hardest working, and most talented students joining us at St. Louis University. We're also delighted that you are here today with your family and guests. The White Coat ceremony offers a unique opportunity to reflect duly on both the fulfillment of a dream and the beginning of a journey. The commitment to being a doctor is more than just the grades you will earn in the classroom. Rather, it is a commitment to high moral standards, compassion towards all, and a humanistic approach to the care of your patients. The white coat, worn by physicians, is the symbolic representation of the intrinsic trust that you too will invariably earn from your patients and should be worn with a sense of respect and pride. To begin our ceremony, I would like to invite Reverend Nicole Armstrong, St. Louis University campus minister, for our invocation.
Good afternoon. It's a funny thing to be starting school again after already having done it once before in undergrad, isn't it? There's a mix of newness, we haven't been here before, but echoes of familiarity swirl in the air. But in that mix, you know one thing for sure. You made it, you got here, you are in the next and the newest phase of your long medical journey. While you have been in spaces like these before, you know what going to class feels like, what the pressure of assignments and tests are like. You are not the same person you were in undergrad. And amidst that push-pull of past and present, some of you are already jumping into the future, right? Thinking about what is coming around the corner next year, the year after that, the year after that. All of this is my roundabout way of saying it is hard to be present at the beginning of a significant journey. It is hard. But that is what this ceremony today is all about. Integrating the past and the future. Asking you to bring all your hard work and your hopes to this present moment in a way that honors who you are right now. And these next few years will be significant. You will be molding and forming not only who you are as a medical professional, but as a person who loves and lives in the world alongside the rest of us. The two are not mutually exclusive. In fact, the mission of St. Louis University hinges on that fact. to pursue truth for the greater glory of God and for the service of humanity. Not to get a degree and move on, but to pursue truth and serve humanity. The Jesuit institutions that you are now a part of indeed beg you to faithfully interrogate and integrate who you want to be personally as well as professionally. What a beautiful way to orient yourself for the beginning of your med school journey towards truth and service in all aspects of your life. So as we sit here in this space together, as you ready yourself to take on the white coat, take a deep breath. Be as present as you can. Notice how you feel. Notice who is around you. Notice who has come to support you. Take a moment to reflect and ask, what truths do I want to pursue about myself, about medicine, about the world? And how might I use those truths and the gifts that I am nurturing to serve the humans around me? Let us be in an attitude of prayer. Creator God, we find ourselves at the precipice of a new journey. Help us to be present right here, right now, to sit in the joy and anticipation of what is to come over the next 4 years. Help us to stay present when things get overwhelming, to not borrow from tomorrow's expectations. Always orient us towards your presence, toward the biggest truth we know, that you created us out of love, that we will always be loved, and that the greatest thing we can do with our lives is to love you and our neighbors in return. Those gathered here have chosen to love and serve through the gift of medicine. May you guide their hearts, minds, and hands as they pursue this courageous calling. Remind us to trust ourselves, to trust the truths we pursue, and to trust in the perseverance of your love for us. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Armstrong. I would now like to introduce the Vice President for Medical Affairs and the Dean of the School of Medicine, Dr. Christine Jacobs. Dr. Jacobs is a professor of family medicine and the former chair of the Department of Family and Community Medicine at SLU School of Medicine, a position she held until she was appointed as our dean. Dr. Jacobs is a graduate of Vanderbilt University School of Medicine and completed her residency training in family medicine at Brown University. She has a passion for education and was the founding program director of the SLU Family Medicine Residency Program, serving as program director from 2011 until 2018. She has over 30 years of experience in medical education and is board certified in family medicine and geriatrics. And she is passionate about the training of future family physicians and working to achieve health equity in our region. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Christine Jacobs.
Good afternoon, students, faculty, families, friends. Welcome to our campus and to our college church. Regardless of your faith tradition, and our medical school includes members of many faith communities, it is fitting that we gather in this holy place as we welcome these doctors in training to the sacred profession of medicine. Students, we celebrate the culmination of the quest that led you to choose medicine and the beginning of this journey to becoming a physician. This will not be an easy journey. There will be days, hopefully not too many, when the academic rigor and workload will make you want to give up. I remember times when I, as a medical student, was overwhelmed by the enormity of medical knowledge and the complexity of putting it all together, and despaired that we would ever become the physicians that we dreamed of. Then the many medical facts would start to make sense. A patient experience would make it relevant, and I could see that yes, in fact, becoming a doctor was possible. In the years ahead, you'll see the best of humanity and experience the burden of human tragedy. It will not always be easy to live up to the oath that you take today to provide compassionate care for each patient, even those abandoned by their families and society. That is our responsibility, to treat all persons with dignity using our highest level of medical skill. But there will be many more days when the excitement of learning the art and science of medicine, the joy of caring for your patients, the privilege of becoming a team, part of a team of remarkably talented and committed physicians, nurses, and other health caregivers will affirm for you that you found the right calling. We could not be happier that you are joining our SLUS School of Medicine community. We promise to teach you with respect, to share with you our culture of scholarship and inquiry, and to immerse you in the joy and the work of medicine. Family and loved ones, we pledge to care for these students, to educate them, and to help them grow as people and professionals as they become physicians. Medical students, the faculty who are cloaking you today, and so many more have eagerly awaited you. They will be your teachers and mentors. Your fellow medical students, particularly the rising second-year students who are happy to no longer be the most junior class, will lead you forward. Most importantly, your future patients, our St. Louis community members, await you. They will teach you and trust you, and we know that you will live up to their expectations. On behalf of the School of Medicine faculty, residents, and your fellow students, welcome to our profession and congratulations on this momentous day.
Thank you, Dean Jacobs. I would now like to introduce Dr. Chad Miller to the podium to provide his welcome remarks. Dr. Miller is a professor of internal medicine at SLUS School of Medicine, where he also serves as the Senior Associate Dean of Undergraduate Medical Education. He earned his medical degree and completed his residency training in internal medicine at Tulane University School of Medicine. He is board certified through the American Board of Internal Medicine as an internist and practices as a hospitalist. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Chad Miller.
Thank you, Dr. Mirando. On behalf of the Office of Undergraduate Medical Education, which includes curricular affairs, student affairs, and admissions, we welcome you to St. Louis University School of Medicine, congratulate our new M1s who are about to begin the next phase of their journey to become a physician. To the parents, family, and friends, we have a tremendous group of hardworking deans, dean staff, and faculty who are primarily responsible for designing the four-year experience to ensure your loved one becomes a skilled, thoughtful, and caring physician. We will watch over your loved one with the same cura personalis, the Jesuit value of care for the whole person, that we will foster it in how they approach patient care. To the class of 2028, I hope you feel different when you put that white coat on today. You will carry the legacy of the students and faculty who have come before you. You are now a part of the St. Louis University School of Medicine tradition. And although the path to becoming a physician is hard, and you've heard that time and time again, as it is meant to be, as it must be, I hope every time you don your white coat, you feel a sense of appreciation to be a part of this noble profession and learn it here at St. Louis University School of Medicine. We are grateful you are here and cannot wait for you to begin classes next week. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Miller. It is a pleasure for me to introduce the remaining members of the stage party. Dr. Hiral Choksi is the Associate Dean of Admissions and Professor in the Department of Internal Medicine. She earned her medical degree from the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and completed her residency training in internal medicine, along with a chief resident year here at St. Louis University. She is board certified through the American Board of Internal Medicine as an internist and practices as a hospitalist. She's a senior fellow in the Society of Hospital Medicine. She serves as the in her role as associate dean, she will also be our card reader for today. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Tina Chen. Dr. Chen is the Associate Dean of Simulation and Clinical Skills at St. Louis University. Since joining the School of Medicine in 2018, she has used her simulation fellowship training to create educational experiences that prepare medical students for patient care. Additionally, she is an emergency medicine physician at St. Louis University Hospital, where she can be found dashing around at all hours of the day and night. She is a multi-award-winning faculty member for her outstanding teaching and contagious enthusiasm. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Tina Chen for our keynote address.
Hello. Thank you, Dr. Mirando, and thank you, class of 2028. Good afternoon. Welcome to your white coat ceremony. So it is a pleasure to see you all together with your friends, your family, your loved ones. You worked hard to get into medical school, and the people here worked hard to support you. This is a day worth celebrating, and thank you for letting me share this day with you. The white coat ceremony is an important day. In a few minutes, you will put on your white coats, which is a symbol of our profession. When you wear your white coat, it represents our commitment to the scientific principles that underpin our world. It represents our belief that these principles have the power to heal. It represents our hope that with enough hard work, we can command these principles with compassion and competence to be the physicians that our patients need. The white coat ceremony is an important day because it marks the threshold of your journey as a physician. The years ahead will challenge you, and the years ahead will change you. When I think back to my own time in medical school, I remember mostly, I remember the studying, right? There is a lot of studying. There is so much study in medical school. There is just a dizzying array of knowledge that you must acquire to master the trade. From biochemistry topics like the Krebs cycle, to cyclic AMP, to sense and missense mutations, to anatomy topics like the medial longitudinal fasciculus, which is not to be confused with the main lobar fissure, to physiology and pathophysiology topics like the Frank-Starling curve and the AA gradient shock. And if none of that made sense, don't worry, give it a year. It will, because you'll have it all memorized. And you will take pride in it. You will take pride in the breadth and depth of knowledge that defines our profession. The years ahead will challenge you, and the years ahead will change you. I still remember going to clerkships, and in less than 2 short years, in January of 2026, you will be in clerkships too. You will work alongside talented and dedicated doctors in a clinical environment, applying your knowledge to complex situations, composing treatment plans that balance between competing physiologic demands. Diuresis to congestive heart failure, but not so much that it harms the kidneys. Anticoagulate the atrial fibrillation. You don't want that person to have a stroke, but not so much that the gut bleeds. Prescribe medications to alter the complex neurochemistry that fires our neuronal synapses, but not so much that it changes the person, it somehow encodes. Intervene, but not to the point of futility. In this profession, you will hold, in equal measure, not only the wisdom to recognize the inevitable, but also the audacity to defy it. The years ahead will challenge you, and the years ahead will change you. The clinical environment can be capricious, and patients will arrive to you in any number of permutations, stable and dying, young and old, wealthy and impoverished. They will all come to you. They might be cognizant. They might be incomprehensible. They might be full of joy. They might be having the worst day of their lives. They might believe earnestly, just as you and I believe, in the power of allopathic medicine to heal and to restore. They might be afraid, or they might be skeptical of you. But in this profession, no matter what, your patient will need you. Your generosity, your knowledge, your time, your unconditional understanding of who they are and where they came from, and the depth of their need. As you accept your white coat, you are entering a profession that will define you. And I have conviction that you will succeed at this because, first of all, it is a time-honored recipe to become great at something by forcing you to do it over and over and over again at very high levels of difficulty in a very short period of time. And here at St. Louis University School of Medicine, we make great doctors. But also, I think you know something about the strength it takes to be part of this profession. You worked hard to get here. I was on the admissions committee. I read many of your CVs. You shadowed, studied, researched, volunteered, organized. You negotiated, you led. You hit the books. You passed the tests. You juggled a dozen commitments at any given time. You weren't afraid of hard work. You're ready for challenge. You're ready for change. Some of you chose medicine because it spoke to you. In this profession, we do not move money from one pocket to another. We do not work to enrich a faceless institution, but the patient in front of us. This purpose is the center of this profession, and many of you wanted that purpose for yourself. Some of you chose medicine because you or your loved ones had personal experiences. You had doctors who helped you, or maybe you had doctors who didn't help you. You understood, maybe a little too well, the human cost of illness. You understand the vulnerable moments that doctors do and don't see. You are ready for this challenge. You're ready for change. And you won't be alone. You will have help here at St. Louis University School of Medicine. You will have mentors who guide you, educators who teach you. You are joining an entire healthcare community that prides itself on caring for the whole of humanity, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the inspirational. You are selected to be part of this class because you embrace that philosophy of accepting the whole patient. You understand the impact of disparity. You understand the complexity of crossing borders. You are ready for this challenge. You are ready for change. And you will be with a class full of like-minded people. Somewhere in this room, you don't know it yet, but I think that somewhere in this room is your future best friend, right? Someone you can navigate this crazy experience with. You'll fly through the highs, you'll trudge through the lows, you'll text that person at 2 in the morning to complain about your terrible day, like, oh, today, Dr. Chen, she asked me in front of everyone the leg bone connected to the knee bone, and I couldn't remember. One of the biggest challenges in medicine is to be there for ourselves and also for each other when we're confronted with difficulty, not to shrink in isolation, not to become barbed in self-defensiveness, but to remember, class of 2028, you are in this together. You are ready for this challenge. You are ready for change. Class of 2028, you are the newest class at St. Louis University School of Medicine, and you are also my future colleagues. I am honored to welcome you onto your path as physicians. This is a heavy profession. We put great responsibility on you. This is also an incredible profession. We are responsible for great things. This is, I am still convinced, the absolute best work in the world. Class of 2028, in the challenging years ahead of you, I hope you stand together, unafraid to grow, unafraid to change, united in purpose, bent towards betterment. Welcome. Welcome to this profession. Welcome to this path. Welcome to your white coat ceremony.
Thank you, Dr. Chen. And now the presentation of the white coats. A little bit about the logistics. I'm first going to ask a group of our faculty to come up momentarily to act as white coat cloakers. They will help the students don their white coats. To the students, for the men and women wearing a suit jacket, if you still are, please remove it and leave it in the pew. Students, please be sure that you have in your hand your name card to bring up with you. 8 of you at a time will come up and stand in front of a cloaker facing the audience. As your name is read, the cloaker will assist you in donning your white coat. Audience, please hold your applause until all 8 students in that group have been recognized. After the last person in each group has been cloaked, you will be escorted back to your seats. The next group of 8 students will then take their place on the steps. To the audience, the students will be cloaked in alphabetical order, so you can anticipate when your family member will be cloaked. We have left the outer 2 aisles in kind of the middle section, open on purpose so that family members can move closer to the front for a great photo opportunity. Students will be processing and returning to their seats in the middle 3 aisles. Please be sure not to obstruct the flow of students as they move through these middle 3 aisles. If a parent or close family member are themselves a physician and would like to cloak a student, please come up to the front of the church as we near your student's place in the alphabet. As that student reaches the stairs, you can move up just behind the cloaker who will be standing behind the student. Just tap the cloaker on the shoulder and inform them that you would like to cloak the student, and we will step away. You then step into the position and cloak them yourself. Before we get started, I have a very big favor to ask of all of you. We have new students from all over the US, other parts of the world, and from all walks of life. To be honest, some of our names can be difficult to pronounce. And so, if Dr. Choksi should unintentionally mispronounce the name of your family member, please do not be offended and accept our apologies in advance. Will the faculty cloakers please come forward as I introduce you and take your place on the top ledge of the altar. Our first cloaker is Dr. Austin Dalrymple, an associate professor of pediatrics at St. Louis University School of Medicine. He serves as a course director for 2 courses, the program director for the Pediatric Rheumatology Fellowship, and as faculty for the learning communities. He completed osteopathic medical school at Kansas City University and completed residency and fellowship at St. Louis University School of Medicine. He's board certified in general pediatrics and pediatric rheumatology and practices pediatric rheumatology at SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Medical Center. Our second cloaker is Dr. Kenesha Thompson, an associate professor of medicine at St. Louis University. She currently serves as assistant dean of student affairs and in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Previously, she served as an associate program director for the Internal Medicine Residency Training Program and co-director of the Internal Medicine Core Clerkship. She attended the University of Kansas School of Medicine and completed her internal medicine residency training and chief residency here at St. Louis University. She is board certified in internal medicine and practices hospital medicine at SSM Health St. Louis University and the John Cochrane VA. Our next cloaker is Dr. Johan Bester, the Associate Dean for Pre-Clerkship Curriculum at SLU School of Medicine. He is a professor in family and community medicine and professor in healthcare ethics. Dr. Bester provides leadership and oversight to the entire pre-clerkship curriculum at the School of Medicine. He teaches ethics and co-directs the ethics and respiratory courses. He studied medicine at the University of Stellenbosch in South Africa and practiced medicine for 12 years before making a transition to clinical ethics and medical education. He engages in scholarship in bioethics and has published extensively in the areas of childhood vaccination, medical decision-making for children, and medical ethics. And Dr. Catherine Matthews is the Associate Dean for Health System Science at SLU School of Medicine. She's a professor of obstetrics, gynecology, and women's health at SLU. She provides leadership and oversight of our health system science curriculum, impacting all of the ways students and physicians interact with the larger healthcare environment. A graduate of Harvard Medical School and Northwestern Obstetric and Gynecology Residency, for over 25 years, she has been engaged in public policy and public health in the St. Louis region. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Choksi to the podium, and for Dean Jacobs, Dr. Miller, and Dr. Chen to join me and the other cloakers on stage. Okay, are we ready? May we have the first 8 students, please?
Maham Adnan. Stephen Ajayi. Ayan Ahmad. Nida Ahmed. Rithvik Ukolu. Catherine Alpert. Noor Al-Yasuri. Sophia Andrietta. Ariana Azami. Muskan Bakshi. Victorio Barbero. Megan Barney. Caroline Barron. Avery Barthel. Atharva Bakwath. Shreya Bansali. Avi Bavsar. Catherine Bieber. Titosh Biswaz. Jonathan Bostic. Kelly Bush. Isabel Cayley. Ariana Carfora. Joseph Castleman. Devon Cato. Jaludija Chalichama. Amog Cheriamone. Nidhi Cheka. Adam Chun. Christopher Chu. Anastasia Crenshaw. Cameron Cruz. Isabella Critfield Jane. Sam Cuniff. Derek Kutina. Liliana DeLesino. Peter Donnie. Angela De Leon. Devin De Montenero. Lucy Dean. Hania Dean. Michael Del Mundo. Manasa Devanbhaktani. Jathan Damrit. Yesh Dhruva. Jayanth Reddy Dondareddy. Jake Dredge. Andrew Dugasescu. Carly Fessler. Reese Ford. Morgan Ford. Jessica Fox. Carrie Jean Fremming. Daniel Gaby. Ben Gallagher. Joshua Garrett. Brian Gehring. Ella Geisy. Kara Garrett. Megan Gibbons. David Gosser. Vishal Gode. Rushil Gupta. Sonia Gurbanani. Caden Hadlock. Elisa Hodge. Jacob Hibbard. Clayton Hill. Michaela Holt. Grace Hughes. Parker Hutchings. Jawan Huang. Errol Ikiz. Alexander Ince. Janani Iyer. Samir Jain. Shri Sai Dinesh Jalaparthi. Malika Janua. Tanisha Jasani. Soyoung Jung. Grace Johnson. Caroline Kaczmarek. Vincent Kagiyama. Michelle Gao. Priyanka Kaushal. Megan Kearns. Emre Keskin. Iqbal Khan. Daniel Kim. Michaela Comer. Tess Corti. Sydney Lamb. Leo Lai. Blake Lawler. Jasmine Lee. Caleb Lindo. Matthew Liu. Zachary Lowe. Eric Liu. Bethany Luther. Arham Majid. Prashil Mandava. Caleb McCabe. Carter McCormick. Colin McDermott. Nathan McLaughlin. Evan McMahon. Charles Minard. Jack Mochio. Caden Morgan. Lauren Nager. Ann Nelson. Luke Nelson. Benjamin Nelson. Nathaniel Newen. Jeffrey Northway. Nikila Palati. John Park. Neelan Patel. Ameya Pathak. Emily Patula, Andrew Pike, Ben Pointer, Lauren Pollock, Rohit Ponata, Marissa Poole, Noah Prudlow, Banutija Pujari. Sindhu Raghunathan, Jake Rammel, Michael Regan, Hamza Rahman, Janelle Raleigh, Svetlana Ross, Purya Rostami, Devin Sabo. Abigail Solamsky, Arthi Sahai, Arjun Sahai, Nikhil Samayam, Surisha Sambungi, Arnav Sankaranti, William Scanlon, Spencer Schmidt, Maximilian Schmidt-Bailey, Dalen Segura, Connor Sensani, Atman Shah, Zinya Shah, Zaman Shah, Laureen Shaki, Tracy C. Ananya Singh, McKenna Smith, Advika Srinivas, Seth Stidham. Olivia Stojak. Henry Styron. Amrit Subarao. Avye Sarampali. Satvik Suryadaivarai. Tia Tran. Nandi Tumbayar. Megan Eunice. Leah Vaikutis. David Valencia. Ritika Valuri. Katarina Ritakaba. Kashish Wadwa. Morgan Walzer. Mia Warmka. Jordan Williams. Taylor Wilson. Jonathan Wong. Dashel Wooler. Muya Yang. Sashir Yarlagada.
Would the class of 2028 please stand to be recognized? Students, before sitting, please recognize your family and guests that have gathered here today. Students, you may be seated. I think Dr. Choksi did a fantastic job today. Can we please give her a big round of applause? That is no easy task. The Gold Humanism Honor Society is comprised of students who have been recognized for practicing patient-centered medical care by modeling the qualities of integrity, excellence, compassion, altruism, respect, and empathy. The goal of the Gold Humanism Honor Society is to advocate for humanism in medicine. Students at the beginning of their senior year of medical school are elected into this honor society on the recommendation of their fellow students. These elected students serve as role models for both current and incoming students. They've been selected by their peers as exemplars of compassionate care. In short, these are the students their fellow students would want caring for their own family members. At this time, I would like to publicly recognize the senior students who have been inducted into the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Some of them are out of town on away rotations, but a number of them have been able to join with us today. As I call out your name, please come to the stage to be recognized, and then remain standing on the steps of the altar facing the audience as you will lead our incoming students in the Hippocratic Oath. Please make sure to bring your program with you as it has the Hippocratic Oath on it. Osha Chestnut Perry. Alexis Cole. Alexander Cotter. Jonathan Garza. Connor Honan. Christy Jock. Christy Jock. Gianna Makchor. Hala Matanrad. Rachel Michalowski. Mackenzie Olson. Amy Patel. John V. Patel. Bernard Parrish. Min Pham. Jensen Vallejo. Kevin Yu. Alexis Cole. Gianna Machor. Jonathan Garza. And I would also like to recognize those new members who were not with us today: Shivika Ahuja, Trent Javids, Tiffany Fung, Megan Halloran, Joshua Kim, Twinkle Patel, Nikita Paramasetti, Saksham Pruthi, Olivia Spady, and Jennifer Villa. Can we have a round of applause for our newest Gold Humanism inductees? Would the incoming class of 2028 please stand and recite our Hippocratic Oath, being led by our newly inducted Gold Humanism inductees. This oath can be found on the inside cover of your program. We also invite physicians in the audience to please stand with the class. Now, being admitted to the profession of medicine and dedicating my life to service, upon my honor and before God, I freely make these promises. I will carry out that regimen which, according to my power and discernment, shall be for the benefit of my patients. I will keep them from harm and wrong. To none will I give a deadly drug, even if solicited, nor offer counsel to such an end. I will maintain the utmost respect for all human life. I will respect and show gratitude to my deserving teachers, and as far as reasonably I can, shall teach the science and art of medicine by precept, lecture, and other modes of instruction to those who are worthy. My own life and my professional practice I will keep guiltless and right. Even under threat, I will not use my knowledge contrary to moral law. I will keep silence regarding that which, within or without my practice, I shall see or hear in the lives of others, which should not be made public, holding such things unsuitable to be spoken. when skill or knowledge greater than mine will benefit my patient, I will seek assistance or advice, nor will I refuse my aid or my counsel to other physicians. I will not permit considerations of race, religion, nationality, party politics, social standing, or financial circumstances to interfere with my attending my patient. I will maintain the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession and forward its highest ideals. As long as I shall keep these promises inviolate, may I continue the practice of my profession and be respected for all time. Should I violate them, may the reverse be my lot. Please be seated. New honorees, you may take your seats. Please welcome Reverend Nicole Armstrong back to the podium to deliver our benediction.
Benedictions are a fancy way of saying blessings. The one I lift up for you all now was passed down to me by a chaplain colleague of mine, and is one that I have used many times in hospital rooms. The words here feel fitting for this moment, so take this blessing with you as you go. May you always heal and be healed. May those who come to you find in you one who cares deeply. May you take pride in your gifts and use them humbly. May the suffering and the vulnerable be your teachers. May you see in others the goodness of a tender God. May compassion encircle you, carry you, strengthen you, and give you insight. May your presence be hope to those in pain, and may the skills you acquire here ease the way for many. May you know the healer of all. May your own heart be held in the compassion and tenderness of God. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Armstrong. Before we close out our ceremony today, there are a number of people I would like to thank and acknowledge. Our speakers today, Drs. Jacob, Miller, Chen, and Reverend Armstrong. Our faculty from the School of Medicine who are able to join us today. Our cloaking faculty, Drs. Bester, Dalrymple, Matthews, and Thompson. Our seating marshal, Dr. Tyler Deshawn, the Assistant Dean of Student Affairs. The new Gold Humanism inductees. A special thank you to Mr. Rob Palermo and our medical students, Mary Park and Ethan Wong, for their wonderful music provided today. Behind the scenes, all of the second-year students who have been here since early this morning, and especially our orientation team leaders. And a very special thanks to Ms. Judy Renner-Slemmet, the program coordinator of the Office of Student Affairs, who has and continues to work tirelessly on behalf of our medical students. Now for the recessional. The stage party will exit first, then Dr. Deshawn will start the faculty procession, then the Gold Humanism inductees, then our fellow students, and finally our guests. A couple closing reminders. Please be careful exiting the church so as to not impede traffic on Grand. They will not stop for you. For anyone who would like to take pictures inside the church, please do not stand on the steps of the altar. New students, classes begin at 8 a.m. in the 360 classroom. We look forward to seeing you bright and early. Once again, thank you all for joining us today, and please, one final congratulations for the new medical school class of 2028.